Hey guys. Hey guys, get ready with me for work. So I've been at Chick-Fil-A. I think I just hit my finger point. So yeah, getting a job there wasn't that difficult for me. Like they have an online application, at least at my location. So I went and I think they had like a QR code, so I went on and did that. Within the next few days, they reached back out to me and were like, hey, and then they set up the interview with me. And then I went in for that, and then the first one went well. They basically just ask you like about yourself, and then I think they talk about your hours a little bit. And then after that, then I had my second interview. Sometimes people have like 3 interviews, and they had 2. So, and they were like, oh yeah, we like your personality. After all that, then I had a paperwork meeting, which is like you go in and you get your uniform, and then like they check you off for sizes and all that. And then you just fill out everything you need to, like, I don't know, all the stuff that you have to work there. I don't really remember everything I filled out. And then after that, then they get back to, like, they start sending out schedules, like eventually. And it took about like a week or so for me to like get on a schedule. And then after that, like you have training. We had like these little like red folders, and I don't know, it was like, I don't know, 2-ish weeks or something. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I don't know, of training. I started out on front counter and front of house. So I was on front counter, and then I did IPOS, which is like taking orders outside. And then after that, like they kind of trained me. I think we were short-staffed at the time, so they just trained me on other things like in between. So like desserts, I was on front counter, and they were like, hey, it's a slow time, like we want to learn how to do desserts. So I did that. My cones, when I first started, were horrible. They're better than they used to be. Okay, so I mean, progress is progress. I'm better than I was at making ice cream cones. What else? Staging, I've basically done everything. I don't bag much, I don't do cash much. Yeah. And then they also have levels. So there's 4 levels. And I don't know if it's the same for everybody. It might be. There's 4 levels. It's and then after the 4 levels, it's leadership. I think it's like team leader. So I'm on level 3 right now. I'm working on level 3. 3 is like bagging, and I think being like a trainer. So yeah, level 1 is basic things that you learn when you are training. So it's like FIFO, first in, first out. What are the core 4? Eye contact, smile, speak in a friendly tone, always say my pleasure. Saying my pleasure is a part of the job. So yeah, and then what else? Level 2, what was that like? I think that was window and doing cash, which it took me a while to get through that because they don't put me on cash because I'm never there long enough to actually do cash. So yeah, so I did some cash eventually, and now I'm on work on a level 3. I gotta do bagging, which I don't do much of So I don't know when I'm gonna get to that. Let's talk things you shouldn't do in the drive-thru. When you pull in and there's like cars in front of you, like, you know, sometimes it gets super busy, so we'll be like out back, like near the road. If we ask you to pull up, that doesn't mean we're like ditching you to like go take someone else's order. It just means we need to keep the line moving. And then, you know, I've had some people who are like, oh, well, I'm not done ordering. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I just need you to pull up with me and like, I'll keep taking your order. And like, I'm not trying to sound rude. Like sometimes I feel like I do and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, please pull up if we ask you to. What else? Breakfast ends at 10:30. If you come at like 11 something, we do not have any more breakfast, just so you know. And before 10:30, we don't have any fries or anything. Like we have, at my location, we have nuggets because we use those for the chicken minis. And then we also have like our salads and the wrap, the grilled wrap. But everything else, you can't get a Chick-Fil-A deluxe before 10:30. Can't get fries. I'm sorry. And then coffee, you can get coffee throughout the day depending. It takes like several minutes though, like I don't know, about 5-ish or something to brew it. So it's like just a little wait. Usually though, we don't serve hot coffee throughout the day. Sometimes we do, it depends. What else? I'm like out of things to talk about. Yeah, so I'm just gonna finish my makeup and I will meet you guys at Chick-Fil-A. So I'm on IPOS, which is taking orders outside. Guys, I am on cash right now, so that's like taking payments and just putting the cards in order. I've got, you know, my tablet to enter things out. I've got my cash belt, card reader, coin dispenser. And then earlier I was doing outside expo, which is like where you give the guests their food. So yeah, both outside, and then I was doing inside and stalking through a little, taking some orders. So yeah, I'm all sweaty and gross, but yeah, and I have a little fan today, which is nice, and I'm under an umbrella. It is hot outside. Don't forget, stay hydrated. It's good for you. Water selfie.